what it's like to be in love. Hey, tell me what it's like to feel protected when you hug. I've been feeling like I'm stuck. I'm so stubborn when it come to feelings. Do I love or do I lust and just enjoy the feeling? Trust me, it's a difference. See, I'm always gonna protect my heart. But when this love is no protection, can't just give them parts. You give your all, and if you don't, then you just make it hard. But when this lust, forget the problems, just come get me hard. This how we leave our women scarred. The lust create a soul tie.
Beautiful girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted.
What's up, everybody?
Nothing on you.
I'm gonna come in as D Boogie.
Yeah. Nothing on you.
I know you feel where I'm coming from, regardless of the things in my past that I've done. Most of it really was for the hell of the fun.
It's not bang, bang, bang.
Bang. With no direction, just trying to get some.
Bang. What's up, C-Town?
Go
ahead. No. That's all I got for him. That's all I got for him. Keep walking through the door now. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Y'all know we gonna start it over when you get here.
Right. Can I say something? Because this is really on my mind for the last minute and a half. Yes. I was in the studio with Third Eye Productions, also known as Rafiq. Rafiq, real quiet on the one-on-one set. Real quiet. And when I asked him to take the mic, thinking I was gonna be solo on this, shooting was not required at that time. The most important thing was getting on the mic and getting on the air. She would have paid you anyway. See? He said, nah, you got this. You've been doing this show for 4 years. I said, not 4 years. And then he was like, I know everybody's voice. I guess I was supposed to come up here and just do D Boogie's voice, Tasha's voice, my voice, fill in for Kane, and whatever else may be happening on the air.
You might have scared him a little
Rafiq was
bit.
just leaving me out there hanging.
You made him nervous.
I thought we was better than that, Rafiq. I thought we was better than that.
You made him
did.
nervous.
I'm very disappointed.
Not show us out. Now we
Not
talking.
do it better than us.
Now we talking.
Okay. Now he got something to say. But when it was just, listen, church mouse quiet. Church mouse quiet.
What's up,
Every
C-Town?
day.
Let's
There
go
we
ahead and get
go.
into this show, y'all.
Hey,
All right,
D
stop
Boogie,
talking
we
about
missed you.
my man. He here taking care of us.
He church mouse quiet.
and,
The 101 he ain't trying to do. He.
Ooh.
All
Yeah.
right. So
I'm
what's
calling
going
you
on,
out.
C-Town? How y'all today? How
You
y'all out
start
there
us over with a
today?
bang, bang, bang.
You know,
I
how
tried
y'all
to do
doing
it.
out there today? You know, you got the world's best talk show,
The best. The best.
only on 95.9 FM, and we appreciate y'all being with us. So, do apologize, but downtown Cleveland traffic sometimes can be unpredictable,
Sometimes.
Sort of like the weather.
just like the weather around
That
here.
weather is something else, is it?
All right, so T, so you said
It's something else.
you want to.
Yeah, let's bring this thinking right.
All right, let's
I'm
do
getting
this
some.
here.
Can I
You
want to
know.
thank DJ Chris Styles, and I don't really like to give him that many, props and things like that, but they helped us get the mics and the sound and all that other stuff together, and it's appreciated. You hear the feedback I'm getting?
Thank you, Chris Dow.
Yeah.
So we appreciate it. Hey, listen, though, we got business here. Let's go.
Go ahead.
Beautiful
There we go.
girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted. They got nothing on you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nothing on you.
Yeah.
That just does something to me. I don't know what it is.
Bang, bang, bang.
There we go.
There
There
we
we
go.
go. There we go.
There we go.
now I feel like it's all coming together.
No one can
it's
do
there.
it like you, D Boogie.
That's
better
right.
listen,
That's
you better-
right.
you better know.
No, I am the
One and
piece
only.
that we need. I do hear that feedback, but we good.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's-
listen. So why don't we get behind the fines? We we run a little bit behind on the time. Want to get into this topic.
Let's go.
So you can find me on IG as Don Zani. I'm about to say, who am I? I'm DJ. Yeah, I'm Don Zani on IG.
He said, "Who am I?" Okay. Well,
And then on Facebook is Don Bradford. And just let you know, I hear y'all, I see y'all. keep reaching in my DMs.
Ooh, them DMs, something else.
Listen, I gotta, never mind. Anyway, listen, it's your girl Tasha, okay? Y'all can find me on IG at Tosh_empowers. And y'all can also find the show on IG at uncut.uncensored. And then, I was about to say, however, Lord have mercy. Y'all can find the show on YouTube at Relationship Talk Uncut Uncensored. Check us out.
What's up, Cleveland and all of our listeners? This is Akira, also known as Tender, and you can find me on IG at Tender10. That's TENDER10.
All right.
Let's get into it.
So who's going to take over this magnificent bell for the day?
Tender's going to take the bait.
I will.
There you go. Let's get into our topic.
Well, listen, y'all. I have the pleasure of having some of the most interesting conversations.
Where do you have these conversations?
At Momo's restaurant.
The one on 185th?
How you know? You been there? So you had some of the
Delicious food.
You better know it. Listen here.
Delicious food.
So I had a group of two separate groups. I had a group of firefighters that came in. I'm sorry, no, EMTs, emergency services. Fellas, if y'all listening, hello. I told y'all I was gonna put the conversation on blast. I told y'all I would keep your names anonymous. And then I also had a group of ladies that came in from Georgia. And so the conversation was about.
Hold on, was they there at the same time?
No, they came at different times.
And you mean to tell me those two separate yet equal groups had the same thing they wanted to discuss?
Well, they were talking. So the D-Boogie, really?
Yeah, separate but equal.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, ladies from Georgia, how random.
And EMTs?
How random.
Okay.
Apparently, everybody's having the same issue. You know, it's universal. But the fellas had their gripe, and so the ladies were at the table, and they was talking about some stuff, and I kind of like jumped in. I was like, oh my goodness, I was just having this conversation with some of the guys that work for the emergency services, and that's kind of how it sparked it up. So the conversation was about, responsibilities and duties in a relationship. Are they spoken or are they unspoken? Are there some things that should just be done, handled, without having to speak about it? So that's today's topic. What are your thoughts? So I'll start it. So the guys, one of the lieutenants was saying that women nag too much. Okay? And so I said, well, what do you mean? He said, for example, if you ask me to do something, just give me some time to do it. I'm busy. I'll get to it. I said, okay, well, let me ask you this. Exactly. That's what I said. So I said, well, how long is it going to take you to get to it? He said, well, it depends. I said, okay, well, it depends on what?
It depends on if it's in my list of priorities at that time. But go ahead, that's not what he said.
That's kind of actually what he said. Okay. That's kind of what he said.
You can't throw something. You can't throw something on me, and then it becomes the higher priority. But go ahead, finish, please.
So I asked him. I said, well, there's a difference between a nagging woman and a woman that has to nag. So why do women have to continue to ask for you to do it?
So
why can't you just do it?
So which one is that? Is that a nagging woman, or you said it's a difference? So that example you just gave, which one?
That's not
is
a
that?
That's not a nagging woman. That's a woman that has to nag because I've already asked you to do it.
Okay.
And then I asked you again, and you told me you were gonna get to it, and now I got to ask you again. So if you would have just did it, then I wouldn't have to keep having this repetitive conversation with you. So now you mad, and I got to be the nagger.
You've caused her. You've conditioned her to be.
I'm just saying.
A nagger.
Because y'all only put out what y'all receive. So with that being the case,
Can you say that again?
Y'all only put out what y'all receive, as y'all know, and so therefore, she's not a nagger if she's asking you to do something that you haven't done.
And how many times does it take?
Yeah.
I guess it.
Or should I say yuck?
You know what? How about neither? Hit the bell. No, go ahead.
I guess what I'm asking is, I know it's a hierarchy to the request, right? If that's important, it's at the top. If it's not as important, it's further down, right?
Absolutely. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
So say
we all agree.
say there are two things that are more important than the request, right?
I see where
Two
you're
other
going. But go
things.
ahead. Yep.
How long should she wait
Mm-hmm.
until you get to that third item?
Well, you know, the way that this conversation is flowing, I'm going to respond that if I want to keep the peace, and
Smart
if I
man.
want, and if I want to have a situation where my my woman is understandable or understanding,
Mm-hmm.
that you know, she will allow me to get things out the way without nagging that are higher, that are a higher importance to myself, and that she puts something else on the list. I don't think she should wait, because I don't want her to be a nagger. I don't want her to be, you know, hey, thinking that when she gives me a task, or she, you know, she needs something done or would like to have something done. We're gonna keep it real. She give me a task.
Yeah.
That I'm supposed to stop what I'm doing and perform that. I do want her to understand. Okay, look, I will get to it, and so that we're clear, it's going to be once I get finished with these couple things, and as soon as I get finished with these couple things, that thing, which is her thing, becomes the priority. So she shouldn't wait for long to answer your question. It should be done accordingly, because I want to keep, you know, keep everything cool. Because I got some tasks too
That you want her to do.
that I want her to do.
Really?
And that's understandable.
Right. And that's, I mean, that's just fair.
It
you
is
know.
fair.
So, you know, so per your firefighter friend or acquaintance,
Customers.
acquaintance
Acquaintance.
would like to see him come again. So he's an acquaintance.
Absolutely. He's an acquaintance. Yeah. They come pretty often too, as a matter of
Okay.
fact.
That's good. That's real good.
I have a question. Are you the type of person that will actively work your list? Are you constantly working your list, or is there things that come and distract you from your list?
Well, to answer that question, unfortunately, the way that I just operate altogether, everything is in accordance to a plan. And so I am always actively working the list. Now, the list is not something that's it's breathable. So there's going to be times where other things have to come in and be performed. That's going to create a new priority. And so my thing is that just because you're my significant other, I can't allow you. Every time you want something done, cannot be the priority on my list. But
Okay.
it is important to get done.
Okay, so the toilet is running.
I pay the bill, right?
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
Well, if you don't pay the bill.
But I'm sick of hearing it.
I'll get to it.
But what if you don't pay the bill?
I'll get to it.
We pay the bill.
I will get to it.
Okay.
I'll make sure. I will take care of it. Make sure it's done. Don't worry about it. I know it's bothering you. I know that noise. You hear that noise running at night. Basically, don't worry about it. I'll cut it off at night.
So then when I go use the restroom and use the bathroom at night, I got to reach down there and turn it back on.
You don't have to. It's still enough water in the.
So I can go once.
Maybe twice. Now if you get.
Now, what if
Maybe
there's a whole
twice.
situation going on? You know?
Well, you got to go multiple times.
It's designed to flush with the water twice. It'll go through its thing. It'll refresh itself.
Now, to go with Tinder's example,
But I get it done.
I got it. So to go with Tinder's example,
Let's do this example right here. Let's take this quick break,
Okay.
and then we'll be
know
right
what-
back.
you know
It's
what,
a good
you know-
example, huh?
I'm gonna forget, but okay.
Okay. What is it?
No, go ahead, go ahead. I'm
Because
not-
let Tinder hear it.
Because you
and
know
then
I'm going to
we'll-
write it
and
down
she'll
because
write it
paper
down.
remember,
Okay,
people
go ahead.
don't.
And plus, it's a good way to keep the people with us during commercial. I just learned that
Oh,
Okay.
that's beautiful.
I'll remember. So yeah, go ahead. Hopefully, Tinder's example. That's what I'm gonna write.
The toilet running.
That's all it- if you guys are just tuning in, today's topic is, what's today's topic?
Are there unspoken responsibilities in a relationship? Things you should just do.
Yes. So before we went to break, see, I'm remembering toilet Tender's example that worked. Tender gave an example about the toilet running. Okay, D Boogie said, "I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna just turn it off, and
I'm gonna inconvenience you further."
Exactly. Now,
No.
You give me 2 flushes.
No, I'm going
And somebody
to
else used my flush.
immediately, the thing that bothered you the most was the noise
Yes.
about the toilet.
Yes.
So I'm going to take care of it. When you are doing problem resolutions, there's 2 approaches. There's the temporary, let's put the fire out approach, and then there's also the let's handle it and let's fix it so that occurrence is not occurring again. So the easiest and quickest thing to do, okay, let's address the fire and put the fire out. Her problem was it was leaking and it was making noise. So we'll turn the water off that's to that toilet so it is no longer leaking and it's no longer making noise. And then that gives me a little bit more time to address the major issue. That's all that is.
so here's my question.
I'm not happy.
As you shouldn't be happy, because here's my question. As it relates to the topic, are there unspoken responsibilities in a relationship that you should just do? So my question is, number 1, D Boogie, did you hear the toilet? Did you hear running?
You
I
jiggled that
could've-
handle a couple times.
I could have heard it. Maybe I did. I didn't. But for the sake of your conversation, which do you choose?
No, I'm asking you. I want to know if you heard the
I
toilet.
didn't hear it.
Okay, but you've been using it.
There's maybe another toilet that I can use, but I did not.
No, let's just say there's this one toilet.
I did not notice or hear it.
Okay, so
Okay, so
so you didn't notice it. So you didn't notice the toilet, the only toilet in the house that you both use. You didn't notice it running, and the fact
I
that
did notice it. Yeah.
So I brought it to your attention.
Tinder brought it to your attention,
Yeah.
and you steady jingling the handle. The
Now
toilet.
that no longer works. It used to work the first 3 weeks. of
Oh,
him
that don't work
jiggling
no
the
more.
handle.
Okay, so the jiggling and the handle don't even work no more. So 3 weeks then went by that you didn't ask, that she didn't ask you about this toilet. Now, you still ain't fixed it.
3 weeks.
3 weeks then went by.
Because the jiggling of the toilet,
Are you
the
li- are you
handle
living
no longer
together?
works.
No,
Or
you
you're
don't.
not living together?
No, you don't live together. But he comes over, spends a night.
Nah,
and-
I
Let
got
me-
a totally different thing.
Let me finish the scenario, Chris Styles.
See,
while
nobody
you just
asked you, Chris.
Who invited you?
Right. How you just take a seat?
That's my whole thing getting in my head.
Wait, you
now,
said
like,
do he have to fix stuff at her house? Yes. If he know how to do it, it's okay then. And now don't get mad when I hire somebody to fix it.
Seriously?
If you know,
See, that's the issue.
listen.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
All right. So
Come
it's
on in,
wait.
brother. Come on
You
in.
guys will come on in.
Yeah, come on
See,
in.
these are the unspoken.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, just so I understand, and then I'm gonna give because this is
Yeah, that's
Go
yeah.
ahead.
I need that
as I
explanation,
understand it. You have a home, and something broke in your home, i.e., the toilet,
That he used when
and
he
this
come over.
and this annoys you to no end. So you waited until he came over and asked him to fix something that really annoyed the mess out of you when you could have solved it in 2 seconds before he even got there.
How?
How was she gonna solve it? It's the look. I wish the camera could be
How
on
do you solve? How you solve that in 2
I mean,
seconds?
This is the age of YouTube and everything. I mean, you could have looked that up.
Wait a minute. Why? But okay.
So now she got to
So you
YouTube
waited.
it and
So this-
then
so
go
this
to
ties
the.
into- so now this ties into the subject. So what you're
Rafik is
saying
hot.
is, so what you're saying
stay
is,
hot.
is that in a relationship, essentially, and this is going to be different for everybody, but essentially for you two, that the unwritten thing that this guy is supposed to do is whatever you tell him to do, and it needs to be a priority right then.
No, we didn't say
no,
that.
so you ad libbing. Nobody said whatever.
We
Wait,
said,
yo,
when
yo,
are you
yo,
fixing
I-
it?
He said
He's
that-
it's
you
third
said
on the
3
list.
weeks. He said he didn't hear it.
It's third on
He
his
wouldn't
list of
have heard
things
it
to
if he
do.
didn't live
Okay,
there.
But
Now
he's
you-
there.
now
But he
you-
comes
now you
over.
throwing my time.
You said it was third on your list of
definitely
things to
don't
do.
Well, no,
do.
hold up. Okay. When we talked about something being third on my list, that was another example that you ladies were giving. So that was prior to her discussing the toilet and for what's going into the toilet and getting the toilet fixed. Now the toilet, I didn't give a time frame on the toilet, What I said is that I will solve the initial problem that's bothering you. And if it's the water running at night, then I will.
I didn't say at night. You said at night. I'm tired of hearing the water run.
Okay, so I will solve that problem for you. Initially, I will turn it on and off, and I'll say to you, anytime you want to use the bathroom right now, just turn it on and off. I'll get it fixed the way it needs to be fixed, but at least this will solve the initial problem of it's an inconvenience. I understand, but it will solve the initial problem.
Here's the thing, and just to say initially the conversation said that they live together because remember, D Boogie pays the bill.
I didn't say that. I asked, do I pay
said
the bill?
I paid
But,
okay.
And I said,
so let's
maybe
assume
he doesn't, maybe he don't.
Let's assume we stay together.
Okay.
I never
Let's
deviate.
assume we
I never
live together
deviated from that fact, whether we live together or not.
And okay, and the toilet is running, and then
stay right here with me. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Don't go over there, Natasha.
I mean, no, y'all won. Y'all can go ahead between the two.
Okay, so here's the thing: the toilet is running. It's been running for 3 weeks.
Oh, now it's been running for 3 weeks.
That's a little issue, Bert.
Yeah, that's an issue. Within 3 weeks, it's done. It's fixed.
Okay, so you're not letting it ride to 3 weeks.
No, I'm taking care of the immediate problem that's bothering you.
The toilet. Okay, thank you. That's
and
thank you. I have nothing else to say as long as it's taken care of. But back to Rafiq.
Okay, there you go.
Let me get you together because you gonna send me to YouTube when I have a whole man that know how to do this, that don't have to YouTube it, that's gonna go to the Home Depot and get a flush master and come on back home. He's not gonna let Rafiq. Don't send me to YouTube because clearly if you send me to YouTube, I'm going to go to the Home Depot and find me somebody that know how to do it. And we coming to the house and fix this and write your number down because anytime I need something else fixed, I'm going to call you.
Do we stay together?
No.
We don't stay together?
This scenario.
But that's what because it is the complex because if I don't stay there, if I literally don't stay there, maybe once out the week, and you stay majority with me, that really is not, you're still not together as a couple. That is your place. You had to get that fixed. Now, if you ask and say, hey, can you get this fixed for me? That's a different scenario. But that's not when I walk in the door, I'm hearing that I'm going to get that fixed.
See,
I need your ears to be in tune to what I need.
That's not
it. Yes, it is.
That needs to be established in the beginning of any relationship.
Okay, so I'm looking. So the conversation that I had with the EMTs as well as the ladies.
Did the ladies agree to this?
Oh, most definitely. The ladies.
What was the ladies from? Was they from
Georgia?
They was from Atlanta.
Yes.
Actually, no, they were not from Atlanta. They were from I think she said Decatur.
Oh, that's close enough. That's right in the same spot. So I know them ladies did not agree with the back and forth. I know that for a fact.
You want me to tell you?
They were very cooperative. Whatever the man needs to do.
Really?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So let me tell you what the ladies
I know them
said.
ladies from Atlanta.
You know all the ladies in Atlanta.
Right.
Go ahead, D-Boogie.
I know ladies from Atlanta. You know them all. Hey, if I got to get in there and fix it myself, I'm gonna keep my man. Go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, the consensus with all the ladies, and I agreed with the ladies. Yes, I did. That that this whole rhetoric that men put out there about women being masculine and not knowing how to follow and not accepting a man's lead, regardless if you live together or not. If you come over and you hear the toilet running, why do you keep walking by the toilet? Because, in other words, like the lady said, well, what are you here for?
Okay,
Rafiq, hold on, let me finish.
So y'all had a conversation about the toilet?
No, we didn't have a conversation about the toilet.
So you can't say what they said.
Well, the whole conversation was about, unspoken responsibilities.
Well, give us one that is, I know.
Okay, prime example. One of the ladies.
My mom was different.
One of the ladies. Okay, well, that was in 1940 or 50.
Where the world was different.
Even my current wife is the same thing. Like, my current wife, she's like Mrs. Fix-It.
Listen,
she's literally ain't gonna. She was like, no,
that is not the point of the matter. Is not about whether or not you can fix
and her
it.
skill set.
Exactly.
That doesn't matter. If you can handle it, handle it.
Listen,
unspoken responsibility.
If we stand together,
let me give my own personal example. I remember this was some years ago. Okay, I'm a homeowner. my yard looks a mess. Well, it looked a mess. I don't have a green thumb. I'm not one out
Me
be out
either,
there
child.
planting flowers, and I'm not pulling no weeds. I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna pay somebody to come and do this. The guy I was seeing at that time, he went and was like, look, this yard look horrible. He went and bought a whole lawnmower, seed filler, water plants, all this stuff. I didn't have to ask. That's the difference.
Good man.
Is he still with you?
No.
Don't worry about that.
All right, so again, but
worry
no,
about that.
no. But I'm saying that
The point of the matter
that
is-
factors in a lot of I'm just me personally.
No.
That factors in
That
a
has
lot of
nothing to
anything
do
what I
with
do, how much
anything.
I give into a relationship. Because I don't see this as a long term thing.
No,
or a
no,
long-term
that doesn't
situation.
necessarily
You're
mean
missing
that
the
that's the
point.
reason
that-
that
it-
they're not
listen.
together.
Thank you.
It
No,
could have been
no,
anything. He
There
could have
were other-
moved to
Not
Nova
saying-
Scotia.
okay,
Who
not saying
knows?
the reason they're
Or
not together.
Canada or
Listen, you
Japan.
too far ahead. You got your gear in
You
five.
missing it.
Move back
You
up
too
two.
far ahead.
Move
You
it forward,
missing
move
it.
to. I said, listen to what I'm saying. Just pay attention. What I'm saying is
As
this.
if we not
I'm
paying
saying,
attention.
what I'm saying is this. You say
gonna
you bought
uninvite
all
him.
this stuff, right? I said, I get it, but that's not me because if there's no long-term plan with anybody that I'm with. If I'm together, I don't know if I'm going to be together a month in, I'm doing your lawn. That's absolutely not going to happen.
Okay,
Now,
who
I
even
would-
put in time frames?
But
you
you
the one
said
throwing in time.
no, but you saying unwritten things, so that's part of it.
That's
The
okay.
time frame is part of it.
The point. Okay, that's once
Am I
you
right
got,
or am I wrong?
Once y'all have solidified that this is
Absolutely
a
right, brother.
relationship. Okay?
Absolutely right.
But am I right or wrong? It makes a difference. The time
Absolutely.
frame makes a
Okay,
difference.
we're not talking about somebody you just met.
So
and
if you
it's
were
been
in a
six-
relationship with
Really,
this
Chris?
lady for a month and her toilet was running and you recognize that, you couldn't go get the $15 flush master?
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
What the heck you
Get
here
out.
for?
Absolutely not. She asked me. I'll
But-
yeah, I'll go get it. If she asks me, yeah.
That's
If she asks me, yes.
whatever.
If she asks me, then I know from okay.
Not Chris.
If she
You're supposed to
asks
be
me,
trying to make the people in your life,
That's the-
especially the women and the children in your life, you're
Yeah.
supposed to be trying to make their
You-
lives
but that's the
easier by
problem-
being a
But
servant
that's
to
the problem
them,
with hum-
and
that's the
that's
problem
part
with
of the
human-
manhood.
That's the problem
So,
with humans, period, because we don't communicate. That's the problem with
Well-
most relationships now. You don't communicate. That's the problem with men and women. You don't
whatever,
communicate.
Chris. I'm not.
When
I
you
don't
don't
agree.
communicate,
I don't
don't
agree,
agree.
but
And
I
this is
bet
why I
you. I
expect-
bet you want what you want from her in
No,
a
it's not
month.
what I want from her. No, I've learned from my past, my ex-wife, and to my new wife, what a real relationship is, because the communication
okay. All
is
right.
what do you want? Tell me what you want. That is true. Am I wrong? Like, communication is the key.
Communication
If a guy
is the
don't
key.
know,
You can't ring
if you
that
don't
bell
come from
for
that background, I don't come from background. My mom come from background when my mom do stuff. I come from background when my sisters and if they do stuff. Like, so if you don't see it and you don't come from that background and this is what you expect, I expect somebody to tell me, okay, this is what I like. Normally this, and this. Then you know, then you do it accordingly. It's up to me to make that decision.
So let me ask the fellas.
I
this.
know I'm not a handyman, so I'll get somebody
Okay,
to pay
hold on,
for it.
hold on. Okay, Chris.
We
Zip it.
learned about you.
So zip it.
They don't
Let me-
want to have a real conversation.
Let me
See what
ask.
happened?
Hold on, Chris.
We're
Real talk.
interested in
Christopher,
what
hold-
Rafiq and Don has
Of
to say. at
course,
this
because I
point.
tell you, I keep it over 100%.
Can we allow them to speak?
Okay, so
please?
let me ask them.
D
so let me D boogie.
oh, excuse
right,
me.
you
D
put
Boogie.
oh, okay. So let me ask y'all this.
I ain't gonna get mad though.
No,
Let me ask y'all this. Is it not the responsibility, if you are in a relationship, I'm not talking about a new relationship. I'm talking about, y'all in this thing, y'all in the thick of it. Isn't it your responsibility to be of service, just like it's her responsibility to be of service and to try and make your life easier? Otherwise, why are you here? It's not that she can't do it on her own, but it's now that you're here and you are a man. Let me take this off your load so that I can make life a little easier for you. And in return, she probably gonna say, you know what, baby, listen.
No, hold. Stop
ahead.
right there.
Go ahead.
Stop right there. There's no probably in that statement.
Okay.
Please continue. In return,
Thank you.
she is.
I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love that, D Boogie.
Yes.
High five, D Boogie. Oh, D Boogie.
Yes.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Take some notes, Cristal. But in return,
Take some
in
notes.
return, when a woman is being nurtured and taken care of mentally, emotionally, physically,
And spiritually.
and spiritually, she gonna see the fact that you work 80 million hours a day. She gonna pop up with lunch. She gonna surprise you with snacks. She gonna say, you know what, baby, I know you're busy, but drop your clothes off. I'm gonna clean your clothes. You're not gonna have to ask, because now that you are doing the unspoken things and making her life easier, she's gonna do the unspoken things and make your life easier.
Great point. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna be
As you
right
should.
back. But we
Take
don't
some
need her
notes.
popping up.
Okay,
You
go
know.
to
Don't
break.
like that.
You was doing good, but Boogie.
I
Just
know,
go to
right?
break.
Keep
Now
it
he
real,
like,
keep it real,
don't
keep it
come over
real.
my house without calling.
You know, don't be popping up and doing.
Okay, what she gonna call you?
And
Surprise
surprising
me.
me. with stuff.
Why I can't surprise you?
Because I don't need you to pop up and
And
surprise.
surprise.
What you hiding?
me. I ain't hiding
That's a
nothing.
whole nother. That's
know.
a whole
It's all
nother.
right.
story.
Just tell
No,
me
but
when
I
to
don't
drop
need
it off.
you
I got
because
you.
I'm
Come
doing
by
this
and
for
get
you.
it.
I don't need you popping up and
Oh, I'm
surprising
gonna pop up
me
just
on
because
some
you
other
saying
stuff.
that.
Come
I'm gonna
by
pop
and get it.
up.
We'll be
Don't
right
worry,
back,
I
y'all.
would never
Uncut,
pop up.
Uncensored.
Come by.
95.9 FM.
Oh my God. Take some.
Uncut, uncensored. 95.9 FM. It's that time of the day, y'all. Hey, listen, what we're talking about right now is the duties. The duties of the key.
A barroom.
Well, I
What's a
can't go there
barroom?
on
Barroom
the- on
argument.
You can do that. You can do
No,
that. You
we're
good.
going to stay with the duties. To keep
that.
everything good in your relationship.
That's right.
Are there
D-Boogie.
some uncut? Are there some things that you just need to do because you're in that relationship? Unspoken
Yes.
things
Yes.
is what we're talking about. And so,
Absolutely.
before we went to break, what were you saying, T? Because you was ranting.
No, I was just saying that, just like I believe that I know Rafiq, when we were on the break, he didn't like to get into the whole gender role thing, but I do feel that, as a woman, there are just certain things that you should do. Like when I was having a conversation with the EMTs, they was like, okay, well, what's she doing that's unspoken? I believe, number one, your woman should be your biggest fan. She should be your biggest cheerleader. She should build you up so good that you think you can fly. Whether you can or you can't, she gonna make you think you can and hope that you don't fall and bust your head wide open. But if you do, she should be there
She'll
to
be
clean
there to
it up.
patch you up.
That is her role. That is her role without you having to ask and say, you know what, baby dad, encourage me. She should just do it.
So I'm a tit for tat you then.
Go ahead.
Right here. So I think an unspoken thing for a man is to make sure that his woman feels safe and secure.
Yes.
I love
That's
it.
unspoken.
Oh, I love
There
it.
we go.
That she feels protected.
Yes.
That no matter what's going
Yes.
on, the highs, the lows, don't worry. I'm going to deal with it.
Yes.
I may seek your help or intervention, but initially, I'm going to look at it and take care of it. That's unspoken.
That's what
And
I'm.
that's and,
know-
and that's
you
what
know-
we as women can submit to.
That part.
And when you present yourself like that, we trust you.
Yes.
And we can let our guard down,
Yes.
and we can be who we need
Yes,
to be
absolutely,
to you.
absolutely.
So I love that, D
That's
Boogie. Just
unspoken.
roll with that.
What you got next for me?
So also unspoken things, and these are the things, if you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Today we are talking about, are there some unspoken things in a relationship that you should just do? Just because. Things that should just come natural. Like everything I don't believe you should have to ask for or tell. So, me, Tender, D Boogie, we just ran through some things. I'm going to run through another one. Another example, as a woman, if you are in a relationship, you in this thing. If you see your man, struggling with something, I'm not talking about no new relationship. Let me put that out there. This is a relationship that's tried and true.
We in it.
You in it.
Right,
Okay.
we in it.
If you have the means and you see your man and he's been there for you, let me put these disclaimers out there because I'm not talking about them bums. I have to.
So many disclaimers.
I know,
Just
it's always-
no, just
just
say
say
it.
it.
No,
General,
because this
just
is
go with
important. If
She
y'all
gonna land a plane.
Thank you. I'm gonna land it. I'm gonna land this thing. If you see your man and he good for it, he been on top of his game. He's a hard worker. He all that. If you see
You
him
should have his
struggle,
back. That's what you're saying.
you should have his back. He shouldn't have to ask you. If you have the means, it should be something that comes natural. That's
But sometimes you know she's still a good woman, but you gotta ask. Everybody ain't gonna just jump in. Some people gonna see if you gonna float or sink. That's just their nature.
Yeah.
But if the man asks, you should be able to back him up. I think I'm
Yeah.
just gonna take
They
a
may-
step a little bit further. Her point. I was just taking a little bit further. Go ahead.
How about and I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But ladies, when you are in tune with your man, ask him, do you need my help?
that part. There you go.
Yeah. So and that's if she doesn't just jump in automatically, that's cool. But
Offer.
also ask.
Offer when you
Offer.
recognize it.
Yeah, there
Offer.
you go. Yeah.
Do you need my help?
There you go.
How can I help you? I see you stressed lately. What can I do to make
That
this
part right
easier
there.
for you?
Well, I want to, like I said, I'm going tit for tat with y'all. You know, feel
Come on.
free, fellas, jump in whenever you like.
They learning something right now.
No,
The,
yeah. You running the education plan right now. You got the
but
curriculum.
D-Boogie,
Let's
you
go.
got it.
My tit for tat is ditto. That's all I got to say.
Oh,
Okay.
Same thing. Same
Yeah.
thing on this side.
Absolutely.
If I say you
Dealing
you
with
need some
something?
assistance on something, whether it's financially, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's spiritual, and things of that nature, emotionally.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to step to another level as a guy in a relationship from an emotional standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna say step down or step up. We just gotta step whatever way that's gonna be. And so we have to place ourselves
Yeah.
outside of ourselves to deal with the emotions that someone may be going through. So I'm going to say ditto. Be there. Be there for the nourishing part. So so the guys first, I had the security and protection part. Secondly, I'm talking about the nurturing part of the woman that's dealing with her emotions and things of that nature.
Yeah.
What else you got for me?
And here's a very important thing for fellas to know. Women, God created us. We're naturally emotional beings. That's just who we are. We can fight against it. Sometimes we're more emotional than others, but you need to be in tune with your lady. You better become a student. A student of your lady. Thank you, Tender. You put that out there. So here's where I'm going with this. Because we are emotional, if we have to always ask you and you never take the lead and you never, just take charge to see that we struggling over here, we lose a little bit of respect for you.
Not necessarily respect, faith.
Faith,
in what you
respect.
can accomplish for us.
Okay, so may I?
Yes.
All right. Now that one there's a tough one because we're not mind readers, so we don't know if you are in need of that emotional support, especially when you're trying to be a strong woman and you still doing the things that you normally do. So we can't, because the strong, independent woman, I know y'all out there and y'all try to work through situations yourself, but when you got a man, we don't necessarily see that you're struggling because we're not mind readers. So we definitely need some help with that emotional piece. Sometimes we do. It's not like I know we're talking about things that are unspoken, but some things need to be spoke upon. Just like my third point. Like she said, they physical. They emotional.
Yeah.
We physical.
Right.
So when it comes to the physical portion of it, rub my back.
Oh, I got you.
You're not gonna have to ask me to rub your back. I see you working hard. I'm gonna rub your back anyway.
My whole thing is just communication, man. Like that's the biggie. Like I this is alleviated from just community. Like literally having, how many times do you literally sit down and have a real life conversation about the relationship?
Right.
Like,
where we at?
Where are you at? And have a conversation of communication. Because if you don't have that, then all the unspoken things will never come about because you would never know. Like
Right.
you would never. You have to know that person that likes or dislike.
Good point.
Everything is great to have those spoken, but if you don't know what it is without having that conversation, I'm talking about monthly because people change yearly. Like
I
you
agree.
legitimately change from year 1 to year 4. Something in you could be anything that changed. So those conversations and communication have to happen. If not, that's when the problems come. That's when the aggravations start coming. That's when you're not paying attention to my feelings and my emotions and my physical, because they're having a communication. That's just the biggest thing with me, with anything, is knowing from having a past bad relationship, knowing that, okay, part of that problem was me of the communication and not asking, and me just taking it in, not saying that, not arguing. Okay, I'm done with it. Until now it's more, okay, we need to have this conversation. What's the talk? What's the problem? What's in your thoughts? Or how can I make it better? And what is this? And then to take that and apply it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tender.
I do agree. And D Boogie said something. We reading minds, and I'm gonna go as far as reading emotions. I do think it's very immature for us to believe that our men should read our minds.
That we should just know.
And that you should just know. And it's not presenting you an opportunity to take full to take ownership of the issue. But also, I want to add to that. I forgot.
What?
Anyway, I know I was writing it down. I was trying to take in what Crystal was saying, and I was trying to.
Well, you know, Chris does bring up a great point, and the point of great communication with your significant other.
Yeah.
So we are that's moving from something that's unspoken to something spoken, but it's very critical that is done. It's kind of like you know, your doctor visit. You know, hey, listen, I think everything's good, but let us do this checkup, and then you do the checkup. You mean to tell me that this is elevated a little bit over here? I thought. Well, you got a little bit more seasoned. You got a little bit older, so you need to pull back on your sweets and things of that nature. You know, so like he said, you know, so the numbers, the years, the numbers, and all that stuff change, but it's from a checkup of open communication. Open communication will also promote things that are non-spoken, because you know you could be more of yourself, and you're a little bit freer to not be held accountable to everything that you miss or that you do in advance. Did you come up with it?
I did, but now I got something else to say. But anyway, the open communication is very big. But as we were speaking about the unspoken responsibilities, when you don't take ownership or take initiative when it comes to those unspoken things, the things you see that you know you're able to do, you know, but even in communication, you find out the kind of things that make her happy. You find out her love language, and you're not operating in that because you just outright refuse, or you want to ignore it, or you're being lazy in the relationship. Then that's when other problems come in, like such as you spoke of, taking out the garbage. If the garbage is full, take it out. She shouldn't have to point that out to you, and whether you live there or not. Exactly. If her garbage is full, take it out. Yeah. Period. If you see something in the house,
and don't look through it to see if more than one person.
We going through garbage
eating.
Now.
Wow.
We going to see who name on that Uber Eats, who sent the food, who brought the food. I don't know.
All of that.
Wow.
But nonetheless, take the initiative in the relationship, so that if she's not sharing her emotions with you and being vulnerable in front of you, that can let her guard down, where she can be vulnerable in front of you. Because I am one of them women that I won't let my man see me struggle straight out.
Yeah.
I never mind. Everything's all good.
That's it.
Even if it's not all good, it's all good, because I'm gonna fix this eventually.
So you may not let him see that.
I may not let him see that.
Let me ask you a fair question.
Yes.
Are you going to hold it against him because
he won't know?
He don't see it.
No, because it's going to be fixed before. But he won't know. He won't know. Like, it's certain things that I don't share with my mate, because it's not a good thing. This is not a great quality that I have. I'm not taking pride in this. It's just who I am. Yeah. It's just certain things that I feel like I need to take on and handle, and it.
Can you give us a small example?
Say I'm having a financial situation. I might not say nothing. I'm going to try to handle it, or I'm going to figure it out on my own, but I won't say anything to my man. I will go, if push come to shove, I might go to somebody else before I go to him.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Why is that?
It's not good.
Why is that?
Because that's just who I am.
Like
right. Because I have a wall up in that area.
She don't trust somebody to get some money from?
She don't trust him. When you are a strong woman, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm gonna let you finish.
So hold on.
So
no, it's really not. It's and if
I'm revealing it.
It's
fine.
So here's the deal: when you are a strong woman, and you are used to handling things, to display that level of vulnerability is very, very scary. So it takes a man to come in all of his manness, and basically make you feel okay to show that side of you. I'll give my own personal example. I remember I was dating this guy, and like Tinder, I'm the same way. Look, I got a united front. I got it all together. Ain't nothing going wrong. Listen,
life's good.
Life is good over here. And I can remember he said to me, "So what's going on? You all right?" Because he paid attention. He said, "What you need?" I didn't even say nothing. And I was like, what you talking about? Like, that was foreign for me. It was very foreign. Hit the bell.
Nope.
It was
Go
very
ahead.
foreign. But the fact that he called me out on it because he was paying attention, I did not have to ask him. And he was like, what do you need? And I was like, I mean, I had no choice but to lower my walls. And that made me look at that man completely different, and he earned my trust. And I was able to be vulnerable with him because he was paying attention. You know, he just noticed I didn't even notice my body language was all off, and I guess my stress levels was all over the place. I thought I was doing a great job pretending, but clearly I wasn't. And he gave me what I needed. So I understand what Tender is saying.
And see, here's my situation. I've been disappointed by presenting my vulnerability and been disappointed. I'll tell you what you need, and then you be like, oh, that's messed up.
Exactly. So why you ask?
Never mind. I got it.
Yeah.
Want to be with you there
So
emotionally.
because I've had that experience so often, I don't present it. It's
That's
me
fair.
and God.
That's fair.
You know what I need before I even ask.
God
Right.
got me, huh?
Yes, God
But
got
that's
me.
fair, but-
God got me, and I don't want it. That's and you said that's fair, but it's not okay.
No, I'm saying that's okay, but that's fair for you to feel that way though, because you've been
Conditioned to be this way.
When I have conversations with my wife now, I tell her my triggers. I have these bad triggers from past relationships, like these things, like and it's taken me a while, a little bit to get over because I'm not used to the change of, I can have this conversation. Oh, this makes sense. Oh, when you do this, okay, I can feel better like this. You can have that, because I have that now. I'm still going through that situation now of just small things that really damaged me from a past relationship, marriage. And you go into this marriage, okay, I don't want to F it up, but then I feel in this anxiety of this gets on me, right?
I
So
think
that's
we
what I'm
all
saying.
have
It's fair.
those
Like I said, that's fair to
moments.
feel that way because I still trying to figure out. Okay, I need to tell you this.
Right.
This
And
will make you
it's
feel.
great that you identify your triggers and you present those triggers to your mate. And it's important for your mate to avoid those triggers, to do what they can to ease you through that, to help you through that. Not saying you got your mate is not supposed to be your therapist.
No.
There you go.
But because you know this about me,
Yeah.
you're gentle with me in this area.
Exactly.
And that goes back to the unspoken, and that's just me. Everybody who recognizes or who goes through it differently is that for me recognize. Okay, this is what she likes. This is what she don't like. The love language. This is what. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I know this is what she likes. Acts of service.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I'm gonna do acts of service because she tells me that. Okay.
And acts of service or even gifts doesn't go as far as like you spending all your money. If her love language is gifts, what's her favorite candy bar? What's her favorite popcorn? Those are gifts.
She likes to go on trips. So.
And acts of service could mean
Expensive.
fix her tire when it's flat.
There you
Well,
go.
it's
Without
the
her
gas.
having
Take
to
the
ask.
car for the oil change
No,
instead of
that's
letting
what
her do
is.
it.
Is the acts of service
Yes.
is washing the car and
Without
getting
her
gas in
having
it.
to
And
ask.
because mine
Yeah.
is acts of service.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mine is
Yeah.
acts of service also. Do some stuff.
Well,
Make my life easier.
We got to
Go ahead.
take one more pause for the cause, and recognize these people for their acts of services.
You died from an era?
We're back, y'all. Uncut Uncensored. Okay, so we got about 2-3 minutes to go ahead and hammer this guy in, this
D-Buggy.
topic, and so we're just talking about pretty much things that are unspoken within the relationship, how and as far as the roles with the individuals with unspoken stuff. Is that right? Am I close?
Yes.
You got it.
Unspoken responsibilities
That's
in
what I'm
relationships.
looking for. Responsibilities.
What you got, D-Buggy?
Well, basically for me, they do exist. And just as well as they do exist, there are some things that needs to be spoke upon too. I think we agreed on that too.
We
while
did.
were
We
talking.
did a lot of agreeing today, D
I
Boogie.
know,
I'm
right?
so proud of
I'm
you.
nervous.
I was on y'all side today.
Yes, you
I'm
were.
good.
We brought Chris Styles over after by the time.
I know, right?
Yes. At first he was all combative
He
at the
was.
beginning.
Once
Then he
combative.
submitted.
Simmered on down.
Yes,
Because
yes,
you got to
yes.
put the parameters around it.
Come on, Chris Styles, grow
which
up
makes
with
sense.
us.
Yeah, once the
Rafiq
parameters
didn't
get
even
put
say
around
nothing.
it, then it makes
Rafiq
sense.
always trying to be combative. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Right. He
Once
just
I get the
love to
parameters,
fight.
and then it makes sense after
Typical male Scorpio.
Right. He's trying to fight somebody. Ain't nobody even got their
Don't let him do that.
So
Don't let him-
with that being said,
don't let him do that to you.
hey, ladies, we got about 1 minute. You want to give your last
Give your
take?
take. We've given quite a bit of takes.
I just gave a take.
Oh, excuse me.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay, so all I'm saying is know your partner, and if you're just in it for a good time, then get out.
Yeah.
Quit being immature.
Good time.
But
Don't fix it,
if you're in it for the relationship, and there's some things you need to learn and pay attention to, and go ahead and act on it. It will in the long run, it will do you some good. I promise.
Yeah, my last notes are going to be basically piggybacking off of it. There are responsibilities, and expectations in relationships. And some things you should just do because you want to do. As a woman, women, there are just certain things you should just do. And then men, there are certain things you should just absolutely do because this is your woman and you want to make her life easier. Otherwise, why are you there? Wow. And same thing for her. If she can't add to and make your life easier,
right?
Why is she there?
Wow.
So here's the moral of this conversation today.
Mm-hmm.
We agree that all topics apply to both. Is that correct?
Yes,
absolutely.
We agree that all topics apply to both, and wow, how about that? How about that? Chris, anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Mm-mm.
What?
All right.
Ruffy?
Nothing? Okay.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
hey, listen, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Uncut and Uncensored. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel, same station, and all that good stuff. We holler at y'all later.
bye.
What it's like to be in love. Hey, tell me what it's like to feel protected when you hug. I've been feeling like I'm stuck. I'm so stubborn when it come to feel.